my beautiful friends.
Hello. Good morning.
Hey, friends.
Good morning. So,
Another
welcome
week,
again.
another drink.
Another
Right,
week,
another
another
topic.
drink. Now, I don't really exactly know what I'm drinking today because I started just mixing some stuff. So,
Ooh, mixologist over here.
That's always the start of something.
I
should have
said good afternoon.
Early in the morning.
You should
Don't
have.
judge us. This is a
Whatever.
non-judgment zone.
People
Exactly.
have
Brunch
mimosas
vibes.
very
It's live
early
somewhere.
all the time.
Brunch
Brunch
anyway.
vibes. Yeah.
You know how we do.
Exactly.
Except there's no brunch, but there will be
There will be
vibes.
vibes.
So let's just get into it. So today, topic:
What are we talking about today?
can men and women be just friends?
That's a good topic. Let's see.
It is. It is.
Let's be honest about it.
I'll go first.
yeah.
I'll go
Okay.
first. I will say yes. Absolutely yes. Prime example is Star and Les.
Okay.
Like they've known each other for 30 years.
Dang, you just gonna put out my whole. Like
you only
that?
31 though, friend. You only
Yeah.
31.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Millennial.
And you know, her husband and Les are the best of friends now, and I
But
feel
how did
like
it get started?
outside they dated in was it high school?
High school.
High school, and then he became Jalen's godfather. Now, a lot of people would say like,
That's weird.
Are y'all?
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay? But yes, I am. I think they have a separate relationship than her and I. Like I think even their relationship is stronger probably than her and I because they have been friends for
They have history.
Yeah, exactly. She trusted him with her son, and I think that was one of the reasons why I really fell in love with him was just how he loved Jalen, how he treated him like his own. Like when we started dating and Jalen was like 1, and I'm like, you have him for the weekend? Like, what y'all finna do?
Right. Mama needed a break. I just
Right.
want y'all to know.
Yeah.
And I took the opportunities to get those breaks. So, yes, he went with his godfather. He went with his god grandmother. I mean,
Yeah.
I had him sometimes, but
Sometimes.
I shared the love.
Yeah,
That's all
and
I'm
with
saying.
his mama, you had to get your kid back. Like, she wasn't gonna call you to come get your kid. You had to go get your kid because she wasn't gonna offer him back. So I would say it was definitely surprising at first. I was just like, but seeing it over the years is like, that was probably my first real example of
seeing Les and
Yeah.
father too.
And also
Before
Exactly.
real
What was your
friendship.
experience though? Like before you were able to see it in person, you know what I mean? Like what were your thoughts on? Can this man be an actual friend to a woman? You know what I'm saying, or vice versa?
Well, not just to a friend, not just a friend to a woman, but to a woman that you've dated.
Right.
So that's a different dynamic.
Yeah, that's
and
for sure.
a lot of people, even in today, when I still see certain videos where the baby mama and the wife are friends, people still can't understand that is something that can happen if you realize that there are certain places in people's lives where they move from this romantic relationship to just being friends.
Yeah.
And there's something so much deeper there. There's a deeper connection. They know a lot about one another. They don't use what they know about one another against one another.
Right.
And they're constantly like, this person, I developed this relationship, and even though we didn't work out, that didn't mean that my love for this person ended. The way that I love them is different.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
a
still
level of
love this
maturity,
person.
too.
So
It
it
is.
definitely has to be a level of maturity there. And also there have to be boundaries.
Yep. Yeah.
You have to set boundaries within those friendships and understanding that, yes, you may have dated this person or whatever the case is, but this is that person's spouse, girlfriend, whatever they are now. And you have to respect their relationship. And if you really respect your friendship with that person, it won't be a problem with you respecting that relationship.
Right.
Yeah. But, there can be fine lines sometimes.
True.
especially in situations where one friend hasn't given up that relationship
yeah.
that y'all previously had.
That's true.
So that's when you have to evaluate the type of friendship that you have with that person. Is this really a true friendship, or is this just a I'm still
What
kicking
if?
it back
Yeah,
here, just
yeah,
in case type
yeah.
situation? So yes, just kind of to piggyback off of what Tam said, that's like one of my strongest relationships. It's especially with somebody from the opposite sex. It's been a long time. And for me to trust you with my child, because everybody knows my child was the one who didn't get to spend a night over people's houses.
So am I.
Like literally didn't. Everybody can come to my house. My child didn't go to people's houses. So if I entrusted you with my child, that means that I entrusted you with not
My
just
life.
yeah,
my life.
exactly. And those are real testaments to the type of friendship that you have with certain people. So I do believe that you can have a relationship with somebody from the opposite sex, but it's got to be clear.
Yeah.
It's got to be
It has to
clear.
be. It has to have
It's gotta
boundaries.
be
I have
clear.
3 male best friends as well. They're all, 2 are married. One is not, but there's clear boundaries, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I am the best friend, but also there's a level of respect there. I respect my friend. I respect their relationships. They're married. I respect their relationships. You know, like you said, it just has to have clear boundaries.
Yeah.
I love their wives, their girlfriends, you know,
Yeah.
I love, because I love my friend and that's who my friends love. But they're great people all around.
Yeah.
So, is there ever a time where you can be friends with the opposite sex, but they don't really vibe with your significant other? Like,
That's
That's
tough.
not
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
work.
Yeah,
well,
that's
it's not.
tough.
Yeah, it's a tough
not gonna
place
work.
because you have to look at it like they know you, right? They've been knowing you. Your friend has been knowing you. You get with somebody else, and they may look. It's just like your female friendships. They may look at your spouse and be like, "Is that really you? Is that who's for you?" Your friend of the opposite sex can see the same thing because they know that part about you. And so a lot of times it's like, if you like it, I love it. But you know their true feelings about it. You know what I mean? So it's just like you got to set those boundaries too. Hey, this is who I'm with. You may not like it.
Yeah.
I love this person, but it's not going to be the same though. The friendship is not going to be the same. It's going to be on a different level. You might have to back away a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like you would have to back away from the male friendship versus the female friendship per se. More so.
Yeah.
Because that's just going to be tough for it to, because you have the person that you're in the relationship with, and then you have your male best friend who is, you know, they want the best for you, obviously, but it's like a struggle, like a kind of like a power.
the struggle is not always with the friend, though. The struggle sometimes just comes from the person that you decide that you now love, who is one of those people out there that maybe don't believe that men and women can just be friends, or maybe they literally have in their mind that your goal is that person sitting waiting for something to go bad. So, I mean, as the friend, how do you navigate that type of hurt when you have to remove yourself from your friend for the sake of their relationship? Like, how would you
I feel
deal
like
with
you
that?
have to build the relationship with everybody. Like,
But sometimes you
You can't do
can't.
that.
Like
don't know,
sometimes the woman on the side is literally like, I don't trust your little friend. I don't. It's something, and it may be
and they
nothing.
could have that view. They could not trust your friend, but they have to let you navigate your relationship. Sorry, they have to let you now, because you are the person that is in the relationship. You could tell me how you feel as my friend that's female, and your husband can tell, or y'all's husband can tell me how they feel as my friend being a male. But even regardless of their gender, I still have to navigate that relationship myself. So for me, it's more so about making sure that everyone is comfortable, making sure that everyone understands that, like, this is explicitly a friendship and not anything outside of the friendship, regardless of how each other feels. Because our friendship, you guys are married. I'm not. You're in a relationship. You know, it's like, and I spend time with y'all's husbands and all the things. So we're just like one big family. I feel like it can be done, but it just has to be navigated properly.
You're not trying to have a throuple or anything.
No,
Okay,
absolutely
cool.
not. No thrups. No thrups. No thrups, friend.
I don't know that was on the table.
I mean, she slid it right there. Right between the bottles.
People be thinking that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
So,
absolutely not. No thrups this way, okay?
No.
So I'm going to share, even in that same scenario, because of my friendship with my son's godfather, I was in a relationship at the time, and that relationship could not sustain because there was always this thought that this person's just waiting, or this is who you still trying to be with. So in order to try to make my relationship seem more secure, it was like, hey, so look, you're his godfather, you're part of his life. We have to keep it at that. Like literally it was like I had to choose between my friendship and my relationship. And so I was like, okay, cool, let's try that. Fine. And it was no problem.
Yeah.
My son still went with his godfather, not a big deal. And then it got deeper. Like, well, nah, I don't even think that he should be around him.
Nah.
Well,
So you get into certain situations where people are insecure in so many ways that it makes trying to navigate these friendships hard, even if you know there's nothing there. Like
you know there was nothing there, but
it
he
takes
doesn't
trust.
think.
Yeah, I mean, because I've been that
He
person. I've been the
doesn't think
insecure
there's nothing
person.
there.
I've been on the other side of that where I have a best friend and the person doesn't feel secure in that. I mean, I've played both sides of that. So it is looking inside yourself to say, okay, do I trust the person I'm with? That the relationship he's saying or the friendship that he's saying he's with the opposite sex is actually just that. And a lot of times you have to look at it because they do have history. They do have, you're coming in. So the conversations are different because you're getting to know this person. This woman already knows this person. So it's like, oh, so y'all got inside jokes. Y'all got,
you're gonna
you know
have
what
all
I'm saying?
that.
So that
You have that
insecurity
history.
does come in
I
at times.
think one thing that I remember when me and Les, we were living together already, but I remember Jalen bought Les a, like, I don't know, game system, Xbox something. And so I was like, what? I was like, wait a second. And he was like, it's from Jalen. I was like, Jalen does not have a job. I was like, Jalen does not have a job. But now knowing Star, the way I know her, like she just, that's the way that she gives gifts. Like, even like my family, I think I've said this before, is like, it's basically her family. Like I know she will do anything for my children. Like that's what she does, So knowing her now, I realize that, that's truly
who she is.
Her gift.
Yeah.
It was
his gift to his godfather.
from, to his godfather. But, initially I was just like,
nah. What is
because it's gonna take a while.
It takes a while.
Yes.
It takes time to get used to.
Yes.
Yes. So I always ask, like, before my friends were married, I would always ask them, like, did you tell them that you have a female best friend? And they're like, of course, I did tell them, we had a conversation about it or whatever. But of course, I live here, they live there. So there's a bit of distance. But even when I'm visiting or I'm around, it's still the same. Like I feel like their spouses are their better halves, and I have their back just as well as my friends' back. It's just it just is what it is. It just navigate.
I realize you have to get to that. You have to get to that space.
Yeah.
But some people just don't want to get to that space.
Do you feel like it's more of the person that you're in a relationship with that can't get to that space as opposed to the other person, the best friend?
I'll say this: that it's a mixture of certain things. Like somehow people think that when you break up with somebody, but you guys are friends, that they can't still find you attractive. Like I didn't become ugly because we broke up.
I say that all the time. I'm not the ugly friend. So, I'm serious.
I'll tell them I'm not the ugly.
I'm not the ugly friend. So there's going to be some type of static there. You know what I mean?
Because you can see and they can see.
Yeah. Come on now.
She like,
and you're
you
human.
can see this ass from the front.
Right, okay.
You see it.
What part of me do?
So I can understand and I can sympathize, which is why in order to try to make things work, I'm like, okay, if that's making you uncomfortable, we'll leave it at what it is. That I introduced him as the godfather, that's what he is, that's where we'll leave that. And then you go further, like, well, nah, I don't even want that. And so that's a problem for me because now you put me in a bad position, number one. Well, you think you did because you can't give me no ultimatum. I'm sorry. That's just like, I'm always going to go with what you don't want to have because you literally are looking at it from one side instead of just accepting what it is. You want me to remove my child from somebody's life and they've been in their life before you ever even came around. So that's not going to happen. So now you tell me how you want to deal with this. And then it was just a lot of unnecessary tension. Mainly because of how you feel. And that's fine. I'm not telling you can't feel how you feel. I'm telling you that you can't take your feelings, transfer them to me, and then tell me this is how I have to deal with certain situations. So it is hard trying to have, and at that point, it wasn't like a, hey, so this is my best friend. I was very upfront and transparent. I didn't have to be. I could have literally just been like, this is Godfather, and we move on with life. But why? There was no reason for me not to be honest because at that point, we know where we are in terms of our relationship. Right. We know that we're in a friendship space and we understand that we both have this major love for my son. Right. You come in and you become a part of my son's life and you have major love for my son. I'm never going to remove people who have major love for my son because of an insecurity of somebody else. And if it's such a problem for you, then you could have literally said, hey, well, this is my son. I can't do this. This is my son. I'm gonna be a part of his life the same way his godfather is, and tell me to move around. And I don't have no problem with that. But I'm not going to be put in a situation where I have to always be the one to choose. Right. Between my friendships and my relationships. I try my best to ensure that I'm making you as comfortable as I possibly can. But at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you.
So how do you handle like the opposite, your spouse having female friends?
I don't have any issues with that. So let me
at this
say
point,
this.
actually, we're family. So true.
We are, but let me tell you this. I actually was having a conversation with one of my cousins. Now, we are not super close. We talk to one another like every season. Like, every now and then we call one another, get caught up, then we don't talk to one another for quite some time. Okay. So I hadn't spoken to my cousin in a while. And when we just spoke last week, I kind of was talking to her about just life in general. And we got on a topic where my best friend came up. And I was like, yeah, and she had called my husband to ask him if he would help with picking up something for her kids. And she was like, hold up, wait. She called your husband instead of calling you. I'm like, well, shit, I ain't the one with the truck. Like, what you want me to do? I ain't going to relate them. You know what I'm saying? Like, eliminate the middleman. But when my husband even became a part of my life, there were so many different moving pieces in my life. Like, my mom lived with me. My cousin lived with me. He adapted to all of that stuff. My best friend is actually someone that encouraged our relationship when I was like, hey, I'm cool being single. She encouraged all of that. So they developed their own relationship in itself. I don't have that type of insecurity where I'm like, why you calling my husband? You ain't calling me. You didn't. Now,
and we know this because every trip, every place we go, she's
I
like,
will not.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, no. She's like, why are you asking me? I'm like, you know what? You're right. Let me call your husband.
Exactly.
But I think it should be like that. Yeah. I think if you're friends and you're really close friends with your female friend, her husband or her spouse should be just as close in that sense, where it's praying for you or caring for you. She can text me something, but Tyrone will text me on the other side of that saying some of the same things. Or sis, hey, we love you, I got you, or whatever. And it's like, this is like, I need that. It's a family.
I literally have out of all of my friends that have spouses or significant others, I have all of their spouses or significant others' phone numbers in my phone. I could easily call up Les. I could easily call up Omar. I could easily call up like anybody if I have a question, and none of my friends are gonna be like, hey, so you
called my husband.
You
You know what
I'm not gonna lie. One time,
she lying. She started out with I'm not gonna lie, and she lying.
I will say, when I first got into my relationship, it would be like 5 o'clock in the morning and the text would be going off, and I'm like, who is that texting this person?
That was not me. I just want to point that out. I was not.
But I get the same text messages at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning now from the same person. I'm like, I get it now. You know what I mean? But it's all love.
I think so many women are, even men though, are so insecure though, because I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was like a lady who recorded herself at the store with her husband.
Yes.
And the lady was like, he had to ask permission to help someone get something
walked up to him saying, hey, can you help me get something off the top shelf or whatever? And she went directly to the man. Like, hey, I need your help. And the woman was like, because the man kind of hesitated, where it's like, should I do it?
And from the video, I could see why he hesitated.
Yeah, right. And so she was saying, like, why would she go to him? And I'm standing right there. You asked me first if he can do something. And I'm like, I wouldn't even want a man like that where you're not going to help somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm right here. What are you gonna do right here?
Like, even if you were by yourself,
you gonna look at her ass? You gonna look at her ass? Like what?
And at that point, it's like, well,
if she got a fat booty, I'm gonna let you.
Now I'm gonna let you know, if you was the tall one and he was the short one, I was gonna come and ask you to get out there.
Exactly.
I wasn't gonna go to him. But again, that's a woman's preference, and I'm not gonna be mad at that. That's not how I work. I literally, the one thing about my husband that I love is that my husband is a person who is so helpful all the time.
He absolutely
like, I don't have a problem with something like that. Yeah. But maybe they had a situation in their relationship now that put them in that spot, or maybe that's just how.
What was she gonna do? Slide him her number? Or something?
Maybe.
You never know.
Right about a sweet potato.
Maybe by then.
I put it by the yam.
I don't. That's not me, and I would never have a problem with that. And I would even have an issue if my husband was like, hold on, let me ask my wife if I can help you. I would have an issue with that. It definitely is
to me.
That to
because
me,
I would want you to offer if you see someone struggling, just offer, because I would offer if someone was struggling, whether male or female.
My little self be offering like, look, I learned how to jump up and smack the can down. If you want,
they're gonna be like, ma'am,
please get out the way. Get out the way.
Like the chair.
But I mean, again, how people handle their different things in their relationship, a lot of times is based on what's occurred in their relationship.
And their life. Like, I've had trauma in the past with friendships where I'm like, I don't trust this person. Nope, I'm not going to be able to trust another female, or so, you know what I'm saying? Because you have trauma now. It takes years and maturity comes into play. But I've had friends where I'm like, I need to use your phone. I need to call, and this is 20s, but I need to use your phone. I need to call my man. My phone died or something. And what is his number?
The last one that you called.
Right. And it's like, remember the last time y'all had got into it?
No, baby, this was 20 minutes ago. I was here. I've been here for an hour. You got
That's real life, though. Real life.
I've never had that. I've never gone through anybody's phone. Like, I mean, I went through your purse, but I've never gone through your phone.
So I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll discuss that later.
Like, I've never gone through anybody's phone. And like, call me naive, but like, I would never, I wouldn't go looking for something.
Because if you're looking for it, you're probably going to find it.
And I mean, and that might be true, or I might not find anything, but like, I could never go through somebody's phone, like my significant other. Like, you know, he'll tell me, look at something, whatever, but I would never, like, I could have his password and I still would never go through his phone. Like, I think there's a level of trust that even if you don't trust somebody, then just move on.
Yeah, but that's something you have to mature to, because I will be the first one to tell you I've gone through my dude's phone. Not my husband.
Yeah.
Mainly because, I mean, I don't care. Like, we have one another's passwords. He's given me the password multiple times. I don't remember the password. I don't care enough to remember the password.
Right.
I'm definitely not in this big season looking for anything. But in my 20s and everything, and
I was Inspector
yeah.
Gadget. I had dreams. Check his pager code.
Not dreams.
I'm telling you.
Yes, I was in all
Let
of
me get all
that
this number back.
And I found stuff, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, absolutely.
But that's the thing, though.
I
Like,
couldn't eat for days, but you know.
no.
Hold on.
Oh, no, I ate.
Ain't do that.
She's like, no, I ate.
Look, nah, that I ain't never had hurt that
No.
stopped my
Food,
eating.
yeah. I was skinny back in the day.
I was too.
You know, I probably should have eaten, but
well, then that's different.
yeah.
I never was really. So I always ate. And the last thing I'm gonna do is let what's going on interfere
With the food,
with
your
me.
hunger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I'm a gone. Nah.
Yeah.
I might
We
not
cry and eat
eat
at the same time. Cry and eat.
I might not eat as much.
Crying to eat it. And still going through it.
But yeah, no, I in my earlier years, I have gone through. Now I've never gone through any of my friends' phones. I've definitely gone through my man's phone. Never through any of my friends' phones, and I never been in a situation where I found out one of my friends was dealing with my.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
gotta
cut
cut
'em
them
loose.
At least not that I
How
can
did you
recall.
handle
Now
that, though?
maybe.
So.
How did I
Like,
handle
no,
what?
like when you found
When
out.
I found out, I
like-
mean, because we were so young, and again, we've talked about it, boundaries and friendships and everything like that in past episodes, but in that, it was, I mean, we were young, and it was like, he ain't shit, she ain't shit, but this is my friend, right? This is my friend. I know how dudes are. That was my perspective. Not even thinking like, well, she's kind of like that too. And having to watch her. So it was always this thing, anytime I brought her around, it was like, I have to watch this friend. But because we were friends for so long, I just accepted that, right?
I don't feel like I want to watch.
But that's what I'm saying. It took me.
So
It took me to get older, where it was like, oh, that friend is gone. Like,
Oh, that's what I was gonna
cut-
ask.
yeah,
Did you
she's
like cut her
gone now,
loose,
yeah.
or are you still friends?
she was
or
in my
kinda
wedding
like...
and everything, but after that, I cut her loose. So
Wait. Was she in the wedding before or after this situation
No,
happened?
we were young then. We were in our.
Oh,
we were
okay.
young when
Okay.
this first happened. Again, cut that dude loose too. But it was always a thing where, and it was amongst a group where it was always, she's like this, right? So you gotta just a flirtatious type, just
Gotcha.
you know what I mean. But as
because
we got
don't flirt
older,
with
it
my
was just
man.
like, yeah,
As my friend,
it's
don't
like,
flirt
yeah,
with my man.
we can't be
Look,
friends.
now I'm sitting here thinking, like, did I have somebody like
And it's always
that?
on the low though. It's always, it comes in, it's wrapped in like, oh, like that's my friend too. We're all friends. We're this and that, but it's something.
Yeah, we're friends, but don't flirt with my man.
Don't-
You could
yeah.
tell my man that he looks great, you look good today, like you smell good or whatever.
Don't tell
but
him he
flirting is
smells
something
good.
different.
She's like,
Don't
you
tell
crossed
my
the
man he
line.
smells good. Thanks.
Can I tell him when he
No.
stinks?
Oh, it's okay to be like, oh, you smell. Not you smell good. Yeah, not good, but
I'm
you
kidding.
smell.
A little bit.
But flirting,
A
I
little
think
bit, but not really.
that crosses the line.
Yeah.
Because why you flirting with my man?
Why?
Like
Yeah.
it's a kabillion of
So,
You
you.
I
laughing
do-
a
I
little
have
too
another
hard at his
question.
jokes, and it's not that funny.
Right.
Like, what?
So, if you ever found out, who would you like be more apt to forgive first? Like,
Your
if,
friend or your
if you found out something like that happened, would you just cut them both off, or would you be more inclined to
Are you talking about
Is this,
today?
like, is this
Yeah.
boyfriend
Yeah.
or is this husband? Or I shouldn't say, is this your old man? Or is this
Yeah.
is this husband? Because I feel like that's two different.
Like,
Everything.
I mean, this is an actual relationship. So rather it's a boyfriend who you.
But you're talking about now,
Yeah,
like
I'm talking
today,
about
in this,
now.
in
Yeah, I'm
this
talking about
space.
right now.
Okay, so
She's like, you mean after I kill him?
not here.
Both of them. Both.
I gotta let both go. To me, like before with friendships, we were still trying to develop those lifelong friendships, and we always looked at it the same way they say like bros before hoes and things like that. You know, we looked at it the same way, like, you know,
It's gonna be another one. So, girl, we riding together.
We ain't even.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I am done with both of y'all.
Yeah, because I gotta watch the both of y'all.
Yeah,
and
and
you're
I'm
still
not
going
doing
to be who
And
you
I'm
are
not-
as
Exactly.
I carry you along in life, and I don't want to
Exactly.
do that.
And if I feel like if you were flirting or had whatever with her, I feel like you had it with her too.
You got it with somebody
Somebody
else.
had it with her too, because you
like,
just
that's
got
really
too comfortable
That's
with
really
being
bold.
able to do that with one of my friends. So yeah, back in the day, I might have been like, I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah.
You know
And
what?
keep your friend.
Let me
Back in
keep
the
it
day.
100.
I was
Back in the day, because I was really naive, very stupid. You know what? Be totally honest. I might have kept them both for real. You get mad, and then you know she apologized, got the waterworks, and then he apologized, and he come with a gift, and now you like,
How much was the
damn.
gift? Because I literally, my cutoff game is like, no.
Mine
I'm
was
not-
not like literally in my 20s. It was just like, all right, well, just don't do it again.
Again.
You know,
No,
like
I really don't have that.
that literally it took a long time for me to really dive deep and look into my own self-worth, for real. For the longest time, it was, well, maybe it wasn't that bad. It was just a little flirting. They didn't sleep together. Maybe, you know, like I wasn't.
But that
I
little
wasn't
flirting
that.
builds up over time. I
It
feel
does,
like.
but you
Like, it
don't
goes
know
from a
that.
little
You
flirt.
don't know that back
Yeah,
then.
it goes from a little
Yeah.
flirt to another flirt to another flirt. And then I got the pop.
you don't
Right.
I didn't look at stuff that way. I was very, very forgiving. Like in my younger years, I was very forgiving. Right now, dude, I have literally family members that I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
And my cutoff game is just like, you know what? I can't.
Why am I
don't
keeping
want
you?
to.
Like, why are you here?
I gotta protect
Somebody
my
you can't
peace
trust.
in these days.
Yeah.
But today, both of them have to go. Back in the day, I might not have got rid of either one of them. I might have still been dealing with him and just say, okay, well, I know I can't have her over here because of whatever. That was probably my mindset. Now, again, I keep sitting here trying to think if there was a situation like that. And I don't really recall having a situation where my friend and my dude was trying to get with one another. But I do know me. I know how I was back in the day, and I know that I was just super forgiving. So I don't know. But today, yeah.
Bless your heart. Bless your little heart.
Today, yeah, both y'all gotta go. I can't. I mean, I was literally by myself before my husband. I wasn't in a relationship for like 2 years. I dated myself. I went out, like, I go through Facebook posts where it's just like, yep, taking myself to the movies. Yep, here I am. Table full of food for one at Cheesecake Factory.
And she means table full because she's like, I want one of those. I'm going to get 5 of those.
Yep,
take
take 2
2
bites.
And she's like, 2 bites. Oh, full.
But I literally had to learn how to, after my previous relationship, I took this step back and had to literally learn how to love me.
Yeah.
And once
That's
I
important.
learned how to love me, like there was literally a good 2 years where people would even try to talk to me and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Oh, you in a relationship? Nah. I'm just good. It's not even you. It's me. I'm good. I wasn't looking for that. I didn't want that. When my husband came along, I wasn't even open to that. It took for my best friend to be like, dude, chill. Like, this is a good dude. You need to give him a chance. But I was like, man, what? I still to this day tell him he was a stalker. Like, what you mean you in my neighborhood? It's 11:30. What is you talking about? You was
crazy.
just
That is kind of
over
crazy.
here. But I just I needed to learn a lot of self-love for myself. And once I did, baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. You
But we
really
glad you gave him a
couldn't.
chance.
Right.
I mean,
Our best friend.
Right. Shout out to our best
Shout
friend.
out to our best friend. Ty, happy birthday, Ty. Today is his birthday. We all gonna text him. No flirt. No.
But nah, it's you really have to come to you have to really come to learn yourself and what you will accept and what you won't accept. And a lot of times for women, that's a fine line. You don't know. You struggle a lot with whether this is your person, not your person. Sometimes you know the truth, you don't want to accept the truth. But you just keep pushing in hopes that someday, maybe not today, but maybe next week, something's going to click and this relationship is going to become solid. And you don't want to throw that away because of a lot of times with women, it's the time we've invested.
Yeah.
You
That's
don't
true.
want to start
That
over.
applies with friendships, relationships. Yeah, same thing. Even what we were talking about last time, the same with like friendships.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you just you sitting there thinking like, dude, at least I know what I'm getting with this dude. I could start dating. I don't know what I'm gonna get with that dude. He might seem cool up front, and then later on he's not. So, at least I know.
It's always a gamble. It's a gamble with friendships too.
And sometimes we don't want to gamble.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, I still have friends right now that are just like, I mean, this is just what it is. This is how it's going to be. And, I'm like, okay, but we too old for this.
Yeah.
We literally are too old for this situation. It's okay to be by yourself for a while to figure it out. And if it's worth anything, if it really is, after you get to know you, maybe they need to get to know them. And maybe y'all come back around at some point. Maybe you're not done, but maybe you need to be done for a minute.
Right.
Maybe y'all need to get out there and really realize what's missing or,
or what you actually have.
That it really was something there. Maybe you didn't work at it. Or, I mean, it's a lot of different situations that can come from it, but you always have to realize that the first love has to be yourself. And we as women forget that sometimes.
We do.
We literally forget that. So I can see how somebody, my husband come in and is like, hey, so now I will say this. He can't get no new friends.
Yeah, where'd she come from?
Because where did she come from?
I got questions too.
Yeah, exactly. We all gonna have questions.
Like, no.
He can't get no new ones.
Yeah. Do you know Star?
But in terms of like the females that are around my husband, number one, I am secure in our relationship, so I don't question stuff like that. Number two, if she can get them, she have them. That's how I look at it. I'm not in a fight like that.
Right.
I don't feel like I have to. I feel like I do what I'm supposed to do in my relationships, and if that's not enough and you need more and it's not something that I can provide for you, I feel like you
have at
go,
it. Like,
Just say that.
do your thing over there. Just, make sure that you cut these ties here before you do whatever it is you're going to do. But I'm okay. I believe that people should be happy.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
If I'm not a person that can make you happy no matter what.
Or add to your happiness then.
Then it's.
Add.
Yeah. It's not my job to make you happy.
Yeah, you want to talk about it?
I'm just saying.
Is your chest feeling bad?
I felt like there was
Somebody get that little heavy over there for you. But you have to really, really want relationships to work in order for you to get rid of some of the insecurity that's there.
Yeah, you have to be
you have to
intentional about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
About
You
what?
definitely do.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with that. We done went into the love.
We
and
tapped
the
way
extra
more
tapped
stuff,
into
but-
different.
but it still
Subjects.
brings us back to they can.
Your friends.
Yeah,
They can,
absolutely.
yeah.
People of the
Absolutely.
opposite sex can be friends.
I've never
Sure.
thought it was an issue with the opposite sex. It's the issue of boundaries and setting boundaries and being intentional about your friendship with the opposite sex. If you know, hey, this is what it is, you have to make those lines clear and concise.
Now,
Right.
what do you do if you realize that this is a friendship and that other person still has feelings?
That's a hard.
Now,
That's
how do
a-
you, as the friend,
navigate?
handle that?
You have to have a real serious conversation on that one.
What's
And
the
you don't want-
conversation?
the
They already
conversation
told
is-
you. Like,
Well,
that was the
baby,
conversation.
I'm not done, but I'm gonna be friends. I'm gonna kick it over
Well,
here.
because that's not a true friendship. That's not a
You can
friendship.
still
thing.
be
You can still be
friends.
friends. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying the intentions behind the friendships, right? Like you have to set those intentions. My intention is to be your friend and only your friend. But if you're still back here, like I'm your friend, I'm gonna be here, but I want you to.
Then
It's
can,
like,
then
so
can
then
you
you
cut
cut
that
that
friendship,
friendship
or
for
do
the
you have to
time
let your
period?
friendship
Do
go?
you have to let do you have to let the friendship go? Because what if
Give
the
me a
person that you
little
ends up being, what if the person that you are in the relationship with ends up being your husband? Then at the point when you're dating, you've let the friendship go. From would you let the friendship go, or would you what would you do?
I would.
Let me drink to that. That's a
Absolutely. I think I would. Only because I feel like that's the person that I'm choosing to be with. If you can't
Yeah.
understand that, even before we were together and we didn't end up taking it
Taking it-
further,
yeah,
the
right.
relationship further, it's not going to be anything.
Right.
Like, if you can't come to grips with the fact that we're only going to be friends no matter what, then we can't be friends.
Well, yeah, well, that's a different. If they can't come to grips that you're in a relationship with somebody and they're like, yeah, I can't do anything with this, then yeah, I mean, they've spoken their part of it.
Yeah, you have to
We
let
can't.
it go
You
at that
gotta
point.
let it go.
Yeah.
Because you know that they don't have good intentions for whatever
Behind
you
it,
already have
yeah.
going on. Their
Yeah.
intention is to actually make you their person
Yeah.
and to try to compete with who you're already in a relationship with.
Yeah,
And that-
I mean, I have friends in high school that that I still have. I don't talk to them all the time, but that's how the situation started out with they made it clear and I was like, no.
Mhm.
You
'Cause
know.
you fine, friend.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
period, Pooh. We see you.
Yeah. But I will never discount that friendship. Like to this day,
Mhm.
I still like.
They were a good friend to you.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Now, when they got married and when they had kids, it was like we all, came together less and, we would hang out with the kids, stuff like that. But, up until then, it was just always a back and forth thing. Like,
Mhm.
So what's up? You want to go to dinner? And it was always like, should I? Like, is this going to seem like,
Is yeah,
like,
yeah.
is it,
But
is
you're
it gonna,
setting the intentions on your end.
yeah.
And you have.
They
she's
just
like,
have a
Did you say dinner?
They just have a different intention.
she's like, you said dinner. Yeah, we going.
So that brings me to another question then. Now, that your significant other has a male friend. Y'all cool? Everybody's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Can they go to dinner without you?
You mean with the other,
With the opposite sex.
So like, I mean,
yeah,
if
like,
if it's a trust thing there, again, it's honestly, it comes down to trust. If I trust my partner enough to say, hey, I'm going to dinner with my best friend or my female friend, and it's like, okay, I've met
you're
her.
talking about your
I've
male
talked to-
friend, not your female friend.
No, but she was saying our spouse. Like if
Yeah,
our
like-
spouse
Oh, if your
says
spouse
they're
goes
Can
going
your
to dinner.
significant other call you and
Gotcha.
say, hey, babe, I'm not going to be home tonight.
oh,
Tonight.
wait a second.
I'm not going to be home for dinner tonight.
Hold on.
I'm
Okay,
going to
for dinner.
eat
Okay.
with. I'm going to
And
eat
then what
with
time
best
is
friend
dinner?
Tanisha.
What time is
Yeah.
dinner?
It's at dinner time.
That means
5:30 or something.
Because sometimes we go to dinner at 9, and I
Yeah,
feel like
like,
9
that's
is
too
no.
late.
Yeah, if that's their best friend that was already their best friend, I think that they're doing something that's normal. It's not like it's a specific like thing. They're
I
doing
don't
something
know
that's
if it's
normal.
normal because they ain't been doing this like.
But that's
on
what
a
I'm saying.
regular,
If they
but-
do that on
we
the
just need to
regular.
talk. We need to have a conversation. They want to have a one-on-one. We have to, hash some things out.
That's what the phone is
Whatever.
for.
But
I mean,
what's
I agree.
hashing?
I'm
What
just
you got
saying.
to hash out?
I don't know. Maybe,
Well,
maybe
that's
I
true.
need advice or something.
Yeah,
Right,
I
the
could
other
see that.
person.
I could see that. I mean, if they were like, I'm going through something and I just wanted to like
I
talk
wanted to
or
be
something.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Now that sounds
could
a little.
see that.
I don't know. I want it to be us. That sounds a little weird. But
Call it a business meeting.
call it something else. No, I just want it to be us.
Somebody
All
got to
right.
be able to write it off on their taxes now.
Exactly. Somebody
Who is getting
one
the
or the both.
deduction?
Right. Bring your
Yeah.
iPad. So,
I don't know.
you know,
I feel like-
One, it depends
would
on
be
the time of night.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
The time the dinner is. Two, it would really have to be where they really need to talk to that person one-on-one without
Maybe
your.
it's not a. Maybe it's not a. We
It's
need to
a-
talk. Maybe it's
I
a.
just want to go eat with you.
I'm just.
Yeah,
I
This
miss
my
you,
friend.
and I'm
Not-
with-
not
maybe
a-
I'm too
You're
cool.
making it weird.
Yeah,
I didn't say.
I'm trying to see where you're coming from.
Like,
You talking
I
about
miss
something
you,
else.
whatever, but like both
No,
of
I
them in
miss
the,
my friend.
let's say both
Yeah,
of
like,
them,
yeah.
let's say both of them in the same area. They both in Long Beach today. I had to work out of the office,
So
and their
lunch,
office is there.
Not dinner.
No,
like that's
no.
cool.
We got off work. We got off work. It's 5 happy hour.
I feel
Okay.
like that's cool
Happy
as
hour.
long as I wasn't at home preparing a meal. Like, as long as you let me know ahead of time that you have different plans. Because if I'm home preparing a meal for us, then I need to know.
Well,
so
that's
I'm not
gonna be
wasting
dinner
my
for tomorrow, and then you're
But-
gonna bring me home something to eat from the restaurant you're at. So
time. No, because if I'm preparing, then it just invite her over so we all can eat together. No, I
Give me
feel
the
like
tea
it's-
too.
Yeah, exactly, girl. We both want to know. I feel like it's cool, and maybe I'm just more relaxed in that sense or whatever, but I don't see anything wrong with you going to dinner with your friend or going to lunch with your friend or whatever, because I trust the person that I'm in a relationship with.
Mhm.
If that
what if-
person,
What if it's lunch
okay,
and they didn't tell you?
yeah, I still trust the person
good?
that I'm in a relationship with, because at some point you're going to tell me.
So
Now,
when Star
okay,
call and
so-
say, "Hey, Latoni,
Uh-huh.
I saw such and such at Cheesecake Factory lunchtime." Whoop 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 whoop. Who
Yeah.
that? Nah,
I'll be
I saw
like,
with this girl. You gonna be
I
like,
feel like
now
I need
see-
to let my person know.
now if you say,
before
"Oh, I
I
seen her
go.
with this girl," I'll be like, "What you look like?"
Because I don't
No,
know
no
his best
friend,
friend.
right.
I might not know
I'm
his
gonna be
best
like,
Yeah,
send
friend.
me
and then
a
I'll be like,
picture.
send me- yeah.
Not only that, but I feel like if typically you have like a open dialogue with the person that you're with.
Right.
So if
They'll be
I'm
like,
like,
"I
what are you
went to
having
lunch."
for lunch? And then after you came
And they
back
be
or
like,
whatever the
"Keisha."
case is,
No,
girl,
they're gonna be like, "Oh, I went to lunch with so and so, and we
no,
whatever."
but I'm
It's
saying
just-
if you didn't know, like let's say you asked them and they said, "No, I'm just gonna eat, lunch at the office,"
Now that's-
and then you find out,
That's
then
different.
what?
Oh, well, that's so
it could
different.
still-
Now you're
different,
lying
though.
to me.
That's a lie.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it
But
wasn't
what
a lie.
but
Maybe
maybe
they
it was like genuinely still like a
Oh.
lunch date, but they
Okay.
didn't tell you. Cause like if I do anything, like I'm a very like I do the same thing like
Open
all
and
the
transparent,
time.
yeah.
Mhm.
So if I do like deviate from that, like I'll still text him and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna run to this store just so you
Yeah.
know, like because it wasn't what I said I was gonna do beforehand." Not
Communication.
that he's
Yeah.
like checking for me like that, but
Right.
just so you know.
Yeah, in
it's
case something
communication.
happens
Yeah.
as well.
So
That's-
like I
yeah.
would feel like a little bit like why wouldn't you just text me and tell me like you're gonna go? Not that I would care, but just
Mhm.
like you could literally be at some place completely different. But you told me that's where you're gonna be. I'm gonna trust that you're
That you're
I'm
really
gonna
there.
trust
Right.
that
Yeah.
you're there where you said you were. I'm not gonna check into it. I absolutely
Yeah.
don't even care that you went, but the fact that you didn't say anything, like that you didn't say, "Oh, I decided I'm gonna go to lunch with somebody instead of having my lunch at the office."
Mhm.
Like I think it's just common courtesy. Not that I
Yeah.
really care. Not that I really
I
am
care.
even. Like I typically like I don't really even have like literally Les could tell me right now like I'm going to Africa tomorrow, and I'll be like, "Okay, when you gonna come back?" Because like
right.
I know
That's
that my
that's
house
important.
is taken care of. I know my kids are taken
Yeah.
care of. I know that for the next few days I'm gonna be working. Like I'm not
But he's made you secure
Yeah,
in that,
exactly,
and it's
exactly.
communication. Some people
But
don't
don't
have
tell
that.
me, and don't tell me you leaving in the net. I need to know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I'm leaving to Africa tomorrow, and you just now telling me it's
I-
Friday, and you telling me you leave
Listen,
tomorrow.
with Tyrone
Why?
as your friend.
Because what time do we leave?
Right.
How long we stay?
Okay.
That's really what it is.
But I'm just gonna say, in Les's defense,
He has
my
Tyrone as a friend.
husband,
You know what?
will
Absolutely.
call and be like, "Hey,
Right.
Usher.
Right.
No. friend don't be knowing where we going, what we doing, what time, nothing.
I definitely
Don't
don't
be
be
that
knowing."
night.
But
She didn't know that night.
if we local, I pretty much am gonna know where we going.
Yes.
But don't call me for the itinerary for out of town. I'm not that person.
She gonna have you
However,
leaving early. getting
Les
back late.
might have to call Tam and be like, "Hey, so tomorrow I've got a flight at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
because Tyrone already booked it." And then he just called
true.
me and told me. That type of stuff happens because
Yeah.
my husband is like that last minute type
Spontaneous,
person
we
who will
going.
just
This-
decide
yeah.
he's gone,
Yeah.
whatever. So it very well could happen. I just be wanting to know how come I'm not going.
She's like, I like Africa.
Exactly.
What you have to
Exactly.
do is just keep your suitcase packed at all times.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
so-
then if she going, that means
Your
you
My
suitcase
suitcase-
bag for 2 days.
My suitcase is
No, this
usually
gonna
packed from the last trip because I ain't unpacked from the last trip. So
Because you know you going on
technically-
another one. Ow.
No, it's literally because I'm just lazy. But yeah, it usually. I mean, like we do plan a lot of trips and stuff, and they not always ahead of time. Like he literally could be like,
Well,
like
in that instance, that's different. But if it's just one person, like, okay, my husband is going to Africa, I don't expect to know about it. That's a different
night before.
situation. Yeah, I don't expect to know about it the night before because I have to prepare or whatever.
You don't know Ty.
No, I'm not talking about that situation. I'm saying just in
without
general.
the friend.
Yeah, without the
Okay.
friend,
I'm
without
going on
whatever.
a trip.
Yeah, I'm just going on a trip. Yeah, let me know ahead of time.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think that's common courtesy. Like our relationship is different, and this is 20 years
Yeah,
into,
yeah.
you know, it's just like, okay, well, that's fine.
Sounds so easy
you know,
going too.
yeah,
She like, yeah.
She like,
I
whatever.
literally be like, so why I couldn't go?
Yeah. Because we like,
Okay,
we calling
so
last night.
He
So
like,
you
because you had to work.
He's gonna be like, because you have no vacation time. I'm
we
like,
like,
when
oh.
has that stopped us before?
Right.
Literally.
Exactly. I'm like, less than think we wanted to go.
Right.
Man.
We want to go too.
So do you all feel that your spouse or who you get with should become your best friend? Or do you work up to
Absolutely.
that? Okay.
Absolutely. I
feel
can
that way
literally
too.
say I do have my best friends that have been around forever and a day. But I do consider my husband as my best friend. Like
Absolutely.
there are certain things that my husband knows about that I've never shared with my best friend. So that person, if you don't ever feel like that person becomes like your spouse becomes your best friend,
Right.
that I don't know that you've reached
That level.
that level
Yeah.
in your marriage where this is really your person.
Yeah,
I
Like
agree.
I agree with that too.
everything that goes on in my life, be it good, bad, or whatever,
different, yeah.
the first person that I think about sharing that with is my husband. My best friends come second, and sometimes they may not get the news at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it is. But I don't think that if you never reach that point, there's a disconnect somewhere.
Yep.
I agree.
in your relationship. And if they never get to that level where you're like, yeah, this is
my
you
person.
truly
Yeah,
are
it's
my
my
best
person.
friend.
It's my
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if you never really get to that level, then I can understand why you would have a problem with
With
him
all the
having
other things, with having a
female friends and all of this other
Exactly.
stuff. Because with that, you have to think about your relationship as also thinking about your friendship with your best friend. We do have friendships with best friends where they be like, yeah, so I'm hanging out with Tam today. And you like, who is Tam? It's the same
Right,
thing
yeah.
in relationships and all of that stuff where you have to just get comfortable with knowing that your best friend, your person, whoever it is, has
another
another friend.
Another friend. Yeah, exactly.
Another friend.
And they've lived life before, if this is not
came
your
around.
friend
Yeah.
from
I don't care.
feel
Cut 'em
like
off.
my
Cut 'em off.
husband
Cut
lived
them
She's like, he didn't live before me.
I know. Just started living when you met me.
brought that life to
Brought
him.
you to
Brought to
life.
the life.
Even though have him tell it, he's the one that
Yeah.
took me
This
off
is
the
a
floor
common
and everything.
Conversation.
Whole nother.
How you
Yeah.
how he
Another day.
upgraded you.
We'll get into that at another time. My upgrade in life.
Yes. Partner, let me up.
But
So with that being said,
Yes.
It's a wrap.
they
that's,
can
yeah,
be
they can.
friends
You
They
can be friends with the opposite sex.
Absolutely.
with boundaries.
With boundaries.
Gotta say
Absolutely.
that. For all you
Mhm.
people out there that
And
somehow
respect,
may
yeah.
have missed anything that we said in here. Every
boundaries.
friendship, be it a relationship or be it just your regular friendship with your homegirls or whatever, they
Has
all have to
boundaries.
have
Have to have boundaries.
boundaries.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Period.
And you have to talk about what those boundaries are.
Yeah, and what that looks like for the
Yeah.
whole situation.
That's the only way it's going to work
Mhm.
at any time. So,
But I also feel like I don't know if I expressed boundaries. I think that was just kind of like a thing.
well,
Like,
You start
do.
learning
It just
them. You learn
depends.
them too.
It just depends. I don't know. It's just always
You
just
know,
really respect
sometimes
Yeah.
they're
too.
spoken and unspoken. You may not sit down and specifically have a
Yeah.
conversation about boundaries, but during the course of something that you feel stepped outside of a boundary, you speak on it.
Yep.
True.
Yep.
So, and then there's just other situations where you just know, for me, it's a boundary, so I'm gonna give them that same respect.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like
Absolutely.
a common courtesy type thing where we
Absolutely.
don't really have to necessarily talk about it. But if I don't want it done to me, I'm not gonna do it to you type
Exactly.
situation.
For
So,
sure.
Exactly. For sure.
you know.
All
Well,
right,
ladies,
guys.
I think
It's so.
that's
Good
Yeah,
little talk
good.
this morning.
Yes.
I feel like I need glasses. I don't want my glasses. I got glasses on.
I mean, and with that said, I'm gonna drink to that.
Cheers.
And
Let me hold
Cheers,
this.
cheers.
Here's the boundaries.
Here's
to
the
the
boundaries.
best
All
friend.
that. Yeah, I can't even reach
yeah.
all the way over there, but you know what I mean with it. With that being said, down another
This is good.
episode. Make sure that you like and subscribe. We're gonna be coming with this every single week. And if
Every
there's
Thursday.
something
Every
that you want us to touch on, a video or anything that you saw that you have an opinion about and you want to see what we think about it,
Right.
definitely comment and let us
Tag us.
know.
So we
We'll
can
see
check it
how we
out.
can get into it. But that is 3 to 105. Again, we out. We love y'all. Take care.
Bye.